But interesting enough, I spoke to one entrepreneur who said that while Mimos has done a great job in helping accelerate the R&D part, they get full points, he feels that they should also now start helping companies. Okay, that's probably one of our viewers calling in to immediately share a comment with us or a question with us, which I think is pretty cool. But you got to hold on with that because we'll handle that later. Okay, keep the calls and SMSs coming, but not during the recording of the show, because that's kind of freaky, isn't it? We record the show 4 days, before it's screened, but somebody's already calling in for a question, I think. Yeah. Anyway, before I get sidetracked, am I being sidetracked here, Aisha? No, right? We're still on Mimosas.
Yeah, we can cut that part out.
Example. Yeah. Okay, so he said that the one thing that he feels they need to do is to help companies with the market access also, because he says Mimos is already helping with the R&D, so they understand the finer points of the development of the product, So who better to help with the market access part too? Although I said it's not in their mandate, right, to help companies with market access, this entrepreneur feels they should. So that was just interesting, point of view how Mimos can further develop, their helping our local companies. But let's move on to HSBB, because otherwise we could spend easily more than 10 minutes just on Mimos themselves. Any thoughts on HSBB, especially with the pricing, Aisha?
I think reading a news, some of the analysts are saying that it's likely going to hurt the other broadband players because their cheapest low-level entry at about 5 meg is priced at 149, and okay. I think at 149 it's about the same as Time.com's was it 10 meg line broadband fiber
350.
That was
350. Time.com is 350.
Oh yeah, I thought it's 150, but
no, 350.
It's probably WiMAX. It's close to WiMAX. P1's I think P1 says that they can deliver up to 10 megs,
okay.
But I think the price is about there, 149 goes up to there. So if TM can actually, are consistent with their bandwidth, then that's really going to hurt, the WiMAX players. And also at the same time, because they're also lowering their streaming prices. Yeah. So for the rest, I think it's probably expected, but I'm not so sure whether it's really a level playing field.
Yeah, I know, but definitely, I mean, the 5 meg thing is a surprise to me. But if you just may permit me to gloat, yes, I got it right. Because those of you who watched the show will know that about 4 weeks ago, I was saying that my sources indicated that 10 meg is going to be around 199, but it was 198, so I was off by 1 ringgit. And 20 meg was going to be like 250, but it's 249. So I'm sure the good folks at TM watched the show and heard it and wanted to make sure that I didn't get it spot on, so they changed it by 1 ringgit, I think. But however, I have a question for Dr. Zam, because he never brought up this 5 meg package. And it's interesting that they now, they've introduced 5 meg also. And I'm wondering why that is, because he always was talking about 10 meg and above. So this 5 meg thing is, is like you say, just top of the mind, a bit uncomfortable with that, because while you're saying you're offering it to the masses, but then you're really about to crush, the other competitors who are offering, a 1 meg or 2 meg, around that price range.
I'm not so sure whether it's a crush. It's probably because you don't want it, because if your basic package that's about 200, you don't want people to cry foul and say, HSBB is just too expensive to get on.
It will say, hey, you've got your streaming, right, which is now BBGP, right, broadband for general population.
Yeah, but because HSBB is part of the National Broadband Initiative, you don't want it to just be for the upper middle class to be able to afford it. So I suppose they brought it down so that, sort of the masses can, everyone
maybe,
can
I
have
know,
a shot
but I'm sure the other players, will have a lot to say about the pricing, especially the 5 meg package. So
yeah, definitely.
We'll absolutely do a story on that and get their views, because at the launch of HSBB, Michael Lai was there.
Right.
And Zainal from Red Tone too, so it's pretty cool. And of course, Michael Lai was ex-TMNet CEO, so it was nice of them to invite him.
Did you get any comments from them?
Not yet, because we didn't know pricing yet. And then also Afzal from Time.com was there, so it'll be interesting to see what they have to share, and we will do a story with all of them, sharing their opinions about the pricing and how they're going to reposition their own competitiveness. But it has definitely, raised the temperature, in the broadband, game plan. So we'll see how that goes. And we will bring you, updates on that. I'm going to get Afzal on the show also, and we will definitely get Zainal also, and maybe even Michael Lai on the show to talk about this, right? So it should be quite interesting. But with that, goodness me, time has flown again today. We're going to wrap up the show again. Please keep your comments coming in, and tell us too who are the people you would like us to bring on the show, so we can have a chat with them. All right. Anyway, have a good and a productive week ahead with technology, and we'll see you next week.